90-Day Fiancé alum Sophie Sierra and her mom Claire Sierra have a complicated relationship with a lot of trauma that has been playing out both on and off screen. 25-year-old England native Sophie has been in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise since she debuted in 90-Day Fiancé Season 10 when she married her now husband Rob Warren. The pair met on Instagram after Sophie slid into Rob's DMs when she found him attractive while looking for mixed-race men. Rob and Sophie had problems with communication, trust, family, future goals, and infidelity in Season 9, but got married anyway. Rob and Sophie moved from Los Angeles, California, to Austin, Texas, where they subsequently broke up, and Sophie moved out and in with her friend Kat. They have been appearing in 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8, where their attempts at reconciliation have been highlighted. Sophie's mom Claire has been a part of Rob and Sophie's 90-Day Fiancé story from the beginning, as she's found Rob the Knob to be unfit for Sophie. Rob and Sophie will appear on 90 Day, the last resort season too soon, but Sophie and Claire also have huge problems. 90-Day Fiancé alum Sophie described during her introduction to the franchise that she came from wealth. She said her grandpa was rich, but that she didn't know how he got all his money. Sophie grew up with privilege and was able to grow up in Spain and spend her youth clubbing in different places and not worrying about money. Rob underscored Sophie's entitled life by saying she had rich girl tendencies, although Sophie tried to say she didn't rely on family money anymore. Claire fell under the same privilege as Sophie. Sophie is also an only child. Sophie had to grow up quickly and largely on her own, with a dad who was out of the picture, and her mom Claire, who had substance abuse issues. Claire's past drug problem was only revealed in Happily Ever After, Season 9, where Sophie recounted that she had to look after her mom more than Claire looked after her. She wanted her marriage with Rob to work out and to have a family with him because she wanted a stable family like she didn't have growing up. While Sophie grew up not wanting for anything material, she was missing a normal family life due to Claire's parenting and addiction. Sophie had to grow up with Claire, who was trying to raise her as a single mom. In a Happily Ever After interview, Sophie described the apparent trauma she went through by witnessing her mom's addiction and having to be raised in that environment. Despite the problems Claire presented throughout Sophie's childhood and the nature in which she had to grow up, Sophie and Claire were always very close. Sophie said that when she moved back to Spain from England, her mom moved back to England with her despite hating the UK. When Sophie moved to Mexico, Claire moved with her and stayed the entire time. Upon moving to America to Le, Claire found herself in the U.S. a lot. When Sophie and Rob moved to Austin, Claire got herself an Austin-based boyfriend. It was also revealed in April 2024 that Claire had been living with Sophie and Kat for several months before Sophie asked her mom to leave. Claire has followed Sophie wherever she's gone, signaling how attached the mother and daughter duo are. However, they have had serious personal issues. Claire has always hated Rob, as evidenced by their fiery exchanges in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise via ET. That said, in early May 2024, Claire took it upon herself to publicly share private videos that Sophie had sent her of Rob verbally abusing her on several occasions. After Claire leaked Sophie's videos, Sophie responded in an Instagram story indirectly calling her mom and her mom's actions out. Sophie said her mom leaked the videos not to protect her but to blackmail her. Sophie said the videos were private and not meant to be shared. Sophie relayed she was disgusted by Claire's actions and that her mom was trying to ruin her life. Claire was arrested on May 10, 2024, for an incident that happened on May 9, 2024. She was arrested for terroristic threat of a family/household member. After weeks of alleged escalation between Sophie, Claire, and Kay, Sophie was reported to have called the police on her mom after Claire said she would harm herself if Sophie didn't send her money. Sophie also claimed that Claire was sending her death threats. Claire spent 6 days in jail before the charges were dropped. Claire promptly made a video saying she just got her hair done and had done nothing wrong. She also said that she would always love Sophie no matter what, and that even though she and Sophie were estranged, they would be fine. Claire doesn't seem to think she has caused her daughter any harm, while Sophie appears to think quite the opposite. In another video, Claire described that she was going to go back to Spain and to the help of her family. However, given Claire and Sophie's past history,